Hey there, Chris Holbrook with you again. This tutorial is going to talk about assigning SysNames. When we use the term assign in WireCAD, we're talking about a dual purpose operation. We're going to name this insert or block that's in the drawing, but at the same time we're going to put a database entry in our equipment list in the underlying project database. In order to assign a SysName, I just double click the device. Now, white space in the CAD environment doesn't count. So I want to tag some part of this object that's actually highlighted right now. If I click right here or double click right here, nothing happens. And I'm going to double click the device, and then I'm going to check down here in the command line history to make sure that the command is actually started. So I'll double click, and then I'll look down here, and in fact it says executing command, assign SysName to insert. The next number is formatted for me and returned to me. So this will be server 40 in our project. Let's stop and talk about where this number comes from and how it's formatted. I'm going to cancel out of the assignment, and I'm going to go look at two different places. The first one is the next numbers table. In the next numbers table, I can see that I have a sequence key for server SRVR, and the next number in that sequence will be 40. If I want to change the sequence or change the next number, I simply edit this next number field here and save to commit the changes. The SysName format itself is derived from the SysName format utility here. I'm going to use the default SysName format, but I can create my own if I need. Let's understand this a little bit better here. The selected format that I'll be using will be the default. It will be comprised of 3 variables. Each variable has its own record in the list here. The first variable is the equipment type. This data will be pulled from the equipment definition in the global equipment library. And here's the format string regular expression, which will allow just about any character in there, but it will truncate them so that they are from 1 to 6 characters long. When we're looking at the formatted string, the first variable here, or order number item number 0, will appear in the leftmost position of the output string. So this variable here will equal this element right here. The next variable is a string literal. Whatever we put in the format field, in this case a dash, will appear in the format or in the formatted output. That's that dash right there. Then we get to our numeric sequence, and we want our numeric sequence to change based on our equipment type. So we set the variable sequence on to be the equipment type field. And here we use the format /D, which is a regular expression shorthand for digits only. And we say that this is going to be from 1 to 5 digits long. There's a lot of information in the help manual about formatting your own SysName and cable number strings. So now we know how the number's being formatted. Let's talk about how it's actually being put together. I'm going to double click my 360 Systems Image Server 2000. That will present the number SRVR. Well, we know how the number is being formatted, but where did SRVR come from? Again, I'm going to cancel out of this assignment, and I'm going to open the equipment library. I'm going to search for my 360 Systems Image Server 2000, and I'm going to look at its equipment type or SysName prefix. Here I see this SRVR. This is the information that's coming into the SysName assignment dialog. So back to our device. Again, we'll double click and we'll take the default. We have an engineering name for the device, the SysName. We also have an alias for the device. This can be the friendly or functional or operator known by name for the device. Maybe I'll call it functionally my playout server. And I have the opportunity now to locate this within the project. The locations lookup table can be built as we go by clicking the plus button and filling in the form. I've done that already in this project, so I'll go ahead and select something here and say that this is going to go in the factory, the main floor, the machine room. I don't know the elevation yet, so I'm going to leave that just to say elevation. I can fill in users 1 through 4, IP address and subnet mask. Power consumption and weight have been pulled from the global equipment definition in our equipment library. The flags field allows you to put query elements in your record, something that's important to you, some way to query this particular device back out of the list in data form. You have a number of predefined flags. These flags are all derived from the global WireCAD dictionary, which can be edited under the plugins menu. Okay, in its simplest form, I can accept the defaults and just click OK, or I can fill out as much of this form as I want. I'm going to click OK. WireCAD is, as part of the assignment, going to do two things. It's going to update the insert that's in the drawing. There's my server 40, playout server, LA the factory, and its location. And it's going to add an entry into our equipment list. I'm going to sort on the SysName field here just by clicking the column header. And here down towards the bottom, I find my server 40. Okay, so that's the basics of SysName assignment. Thanks for watching the tutorial. Hope it helped. Again, feel free to download WireCAD and give it a spin. If you get stuck, give us a call or send us an email. Remember, we're here to help you with your design endeavor.